this above all, to thine own self be true. Hamlet devote. If music be the food of love, play on. 12th night. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. Julius Caesar. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Romeo and Juliet. The better part of valor is discretion. Henry IV. Part 1. The course of true love never did run smooth. A Midsummer Night's Dream. But for my own part, it was Greek to me, Julius Caesar. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Hamlet. All is well that ends well, all's well that ends well. To sleep, perchance to dream. Hamlet. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep, the tempest. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. All's well that ends well. The world is mine oyster, the merry wives of Windsor. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. Julius Caesar. What's past is prologue, the tempest. To climb steep hills requires slow pace at first. Henry VIII. The quality of mercy is not strained. The Merchant of Venice. Give every man thy ear, but few thy voice. Hamlet. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. Julius Caesar. Brevity is the soul of wit. Hamlet. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. 12th night. To speak and purpose not. Othello. What a piece of work is man. Hamlet. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. As you like it. Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. 12th night. The first thing we do, let's kill all the lawyers. Henry VI. Part 2. Our doubts are traitors, and make us lose the good we oft might win, by fearing to attempt measure for measure. Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Romeo and Juliet. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Romeo and Juliet. The empty vessel makes the loudest sound. Henry V. The web of our life is of a mingled yarn, good and ill together. All's well that ends well. This is the very ecstasy of love. Hamlet. The miserable have no other medicine, but only hope. Measure for measure. To unpathed waters and greened shores, the winter's tale. If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? The Merchant of Venice. Love is blind, and lovers cannot see the pretty follies that themselves commit. The Merchant of Venice. Though she be but little, she is fierce. A Midsummer Night's Dream. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women nearly players, as you like it. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow. Romeo and Juliet. In delay there lies no plenty. 12th night. The better part of valor is discretion. Henry IV. Part 1. Give me my robe, put on my crown. I have immortal longings in me. Antony and Cleopatra. What light through yonder window breaks? Romeo and Juliet. All that lives must die, passing through nature to eternity. Hamlet. The better part of valor is discretion. Henry IV. Part 1. To do a great right, do a little wrong. The Merchant of Venice. I would challenge you to a battle of wits, but I see you are unarmed. The taming of the shrew. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. Julius Caesar. To do a great right, do a little wrong. The Merchant of Venice. The play's the thing, wherein I'll catch the conscience of the king. Hamlet. With mirth and laughter let old wrinkles come. The Merchant of Venice. This is the short and the long of it. The merry wives of Windsor, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women nearly players, as you like it. Oh, beware, my lord of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on. Othello. The better part of valor is discretion. Henry IV, Part 1. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves. Julius Caesar. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women nearly players, as you like it. The better part of valor is discretion. Henry IV, Part 1. The course of true love never did run smooth. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Sonnet 1. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Sonnet 2. When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I'll alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate. Sonnet 3. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Sonnet 4. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. Sonnet 5. That time of year thou mayst in me behold, when yellow leaves, or none or few, do hang upon those boughs which shake against the cold. Sonnet 6. When my love swears that she is made of truth, I do believe her, though I know she lies. Sonnet 7. My love is thine, as thy love is to me, as mine is ransomed with thy heart's disdain. Sonnet 8. Not marble, nor the gilded monuments of princes, shall outlive this powerful rhyme.